Good soup, day 43, kimchi jjigae. Now, for good soup day 43, I think we're on day 43, I am making kimchi jjigae, and it is not in a standard way. I'm using beef short rib, and it's really hearty, it's super delicious. This is a soup that just always hits. Even during summertime when it's blazing hot outside, it's still super comforting. But I want to take you guys to a regular grocery store to see if can you make a kimchi jjigae from a regular US American grocery store.
Okay, so now I'm here at a regular American grocery store. Something that I've been realizing as I'm making this cookbook. Yes, I'm making a cookbook, and my editors are telling me you have to cater to the Midwesterners. Not everybody has an Asian supermarket or an H Mart or whatever in their town. So that's why today I'm just going to be in this regular American grocery store to see if I can find things like gochujang or gochugaru or kimchi or whatever, and we'll see if we can make it at home from here. I think it's possible though. Okay, as you can see, every grocery store has that Asian, Hispanic food aisle. Currently, I'm in Seattle and I'm in a store called Hagen's. I don't really come here, so I think it's Hagen's or Haggers, I forget. But it is a chain from Safeway, which is a nationwide thing. And so here we are in the Asian food section. It's kind of interesting to see what they have. But I can see here we've got sambal. That's not an ingredient, but it's close. Here we go. Gochujang right here. I've never seen this brand. Lucky Foods Seoul Gochujang. So there we go. This is one of the ingredients that I need, and there you go, accessible. They already have another thing that I need, and that is the gochugaru right here. Korean chili flake. That's what this is. So far 2 for 2. And this is not the only option as well. I see that there's another option. You guys let me know which one's better, because I've never heard of any of these brands. I've never seen these at H Mart, but we've got Mother-in-Law's and Seoul gochujang. So I'm just gonna choose this one. It's the first one I found. Okay, so I found the main ingredient for the kimchi jjigae, and that is the kimchi. So I'm not surprised actually. They have kimchi in the regular American grocery store. You can find that here too. This is between the hot dogs and the mashed potato casserole situation. There's hella options. Honestly, I've never heard of any of these because again, I don't buy kimchi at American grocery stores, but I don't know, judging on this, I like to take the ones that are usually the most gone. Like this one right here is the most gone, if that makes sense. So I might end up taking this one or this Mother-in-Law's one because I've seen this brand before. So another one of the main ingredients is the firm tofu. They have it. They actually have multiple tofus, but this is the one I usually get. Okay, these three were my main concern, the kimchi and the gochugaru and the gochujang. So I can end the grocery store field trip here, just go back home because I just want to see if this was possible. You could totally make kimchi jjigae at home. It's gonna be fine. I can get the pork here and everything else. You already know that. American grocery stores have pork and scallions and garlic and broth. It's fine. Now, why am I not using the kimchi I just bought for this dish? I'm gonna teach you something real quick called FIFO. FIFO, first in, first out. FIFO. That's a very standard thing in pretty much every industry. Anyways, I like to use the one that was first in to bring it first out, if that makes sense. Also, on that note though, for a kimchi jjigae in general, you want an older kimchi. You can ask any Korean mom, older kimchi is the move for the kimchi jjigae. Now, why old kimchi for kimchi jjigae? Well, for one, traditional. That's what was standard. They would use the kimchi that was too sour to eat and toss it into the soup. And for one, that actually balances it out because typically it's made with pork, which is richer and fattier, and it's gonna balance it out with that acidity. Also, the kimchi cabbage, it's more soft because it's been sitting longer, so it's gonna be softer and it's gonna blend better with the soup. So just some reasons why you would use older kimchi for it. Now, why am I using short ribs, beef short ribs for the kimchi jjigae when typically it's pork? Well, for one, I'm eating more beef lately. I also prefer it over pork. I feel better. But you know, you could do this because it would make it a little more heartier, more comforting, like a more darker flavor rather than that fattier, like porky broth flavor. It's different. Traditionally, it's pork. I recommend it. It's delicious. Now, why did I add my soy sauce to the pan at the end of the empty pan? Well, it's the same reason why I'm adding my beef stock to this empty container of kimchi. And that is just to extract as much flavor as possible. So deglazing the pan of all those yum yums, and then sort of just getting all the rest of this kimchi from the bottle as well with this stock. So it's basically just getting as much flavor as possible. Very simple as that. I cut all these scallions and I also cut all that tofu. Why did I not add it to this pot right here? Well, the reason being is I want to cook it off prior because the ribs are going to take a while. I want to get that broth going. The tofu and the scallions, they don't take as long to cook. They probably take like 15 minutes to cook, and I don't want that. Now, why am I adding honey to this pot, right? Like, it's gonna be kind of weird to add something sweet to something savory, you might think, but no, it balances out. And also typically you would add sugar to this. And you know, typically also most kimchi jjigaes, I guess traditionally are sweeter than others. And I don't really care for that. I like it to be less sweet, more savory. But yeah, white sugar would probably be the move. I've done maple syrup, but honey should be good as well. I love honey as well. It's good. So whatever sweetener you want. Now, like I said, I add the tofu at the end because I don't want the tofu to overcook. And also I add in the green onions at the end just so it can keep like a nice crispness. Oh, but look at that beautiful red color. That looks so good. Oh my gosh.
Okay, now why is it that I would recommend using a little coffee cup or some sort of little side dish to taste your soup? The reason being is, okay, if this is for yourself, you could totally disregard this. It's for yourself, your family, and like they don't really care, it's totally fine. But if this is for like, you know, a good group of people and it's not just you, you know, we don't want to spread germs. So this is a good way to taste your soup. And then we can see from there, like, if it needs maybe some more salt, or maybe it might need some more MSG, or, you know, maybe a touch of citric acid for brightness. What I'm saying is this is a good way to adjust the flavor or the seasoning of the soup without dipping your finger in it or dipping a spoon in it over and over again. See, I could take this same ladle that's clean, and then it goes into my cute little birdie mug, and then that's good soup. And this is Good Soup, day 43. Let me know what you want to see for the next Good Soup.